Here's today's God Call with Reverend Bill.
I put the question out to the group, what would you like to be experiencing today? And the response that came back was the opposite of overwhelm. And that's interesting because it's not a feeling itself, it's the opposite of a feeling that we're looking for. And that requires a pivot. What do you want to be experiencing instead? So if you're feeling overwhelm and suddenly it goes away, what does that feel like? Let's set the intention for that, for you, for today.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Good morning, everybody. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly are in the sun, yeah. You know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, yeah. You know what I mean, yeah. Sleep in peace when day's done. That's what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me, and I'm feeling good. Stars, when you shine, yeah, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. 'cause I'm feeling good. It's a new thought, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah, yeah. And I'm feeling good.
Well, now I'm feeling good. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And good morning, New Thought, Philadelphia. Ah, what a delight to be back together with you guys again. Obviously, we are into the summer season. It's Memorial Day weekend, which means, of course, I feel like putting on my mittens. Climate change. We'll talk about other things at other times. So it is wonderful to see you all, and you know the rules when we're on Zoom is to keep yourself in order and muted when you're not sharing. Let's go ahead and share now. Let's do a little cacophony together. So unmute and repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I open
Open
myself
myself to love.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself
To joy.
I begin my season of summertime.
I begin
my season of summertime.
I know that love is right here, right now.
and I know that
I know that love is right here, right now.
And so it is.
and so it is.
So it is.
So do that mute button thing one more time. And I will remind you that New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. Whatever path you've been on, whatever brought you to our Zoom today, wherever you're heading next, we have been expecting you. Welcome home. There are very few demands here. The talk today and the celebration is about oneness, and I'll explain how that got hijacked from the practitioner class. Yes, there's only one, so I'm taking advantage of that. And the one thing that we kind of agree on is that notion of oneness, which is where our connection comes from. We believe there's one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us, and that we're each using that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. The way we like to say around here, your new life begins with a new thought. If you have extra electronics that are going to disturb you in the next hour or so, go ahead and put them on shush. Take the battery out. If still got things where you can actually take a battery out, or whatever, because we want to be able to pay attention to each other, to ourselves. We want to be able to turn within. I'm Bill Marchiony, the spiritual director at New Thought Philadelphia. Our music today is Benjamin Mora, joining us from the jungles in Brazil on the performing side. Yeah, there we go. Oh, show off. Loving it. A couple of practitioners in a little bit. Jesus Baez, RSCP, is going to lead us in a meditation. And right now, Joe Catanzaro, RSCP, opens us the way we open everything, with a practical prayer. I'm not hearing Joe. I think your microphone got disconnected. Still nothing.
That better.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Start over. 2.0. Take breath and know with me. We see multitudes. We contain multitudes. But in truth, we are one. All life shares itself. All form shares itself. It flows from that common unifying force or source of spirit, mind, love, intelligence, power. Sum it all up in the word God. we come together today, we gather here as a multitude. But we are really one, unified by a shared goal, which is to recognize, accept, acknowledge, embody, and celebrate our one connection, our oneness with life. I'm grateful for this gathering. I'm grateful for this connection, for this community, this container of spirit that expresses itself as each and every one of us, as that one power, love, intelligence flows and source flows through all of us and all that we create. The harmony, the love, the connection, all the good that we create here today, it starts just by coming together and sharing, and then flows forward and creates something bigger. That is the truth behind each one of us and behind the life that we live. So I claim all of this good now for each one here. Allow it, accept it, and know that as I release my words of the law with gratitude, it is made manifest. It becomes real, or becomes visible and palpable. And so, with that gratitude, I release my word. I allow it, I accept it, and I claim it. And I know that it is so, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Joe. So, as we might have mentioned, the reason we do a prayer is because it works, creates a new experience in our lives. So, does anybody have a prayer work story of something that you were praying for and it changed the experience that you're having? Go ahead and wave your hand or raise your little digital hand and get a chance to share on that. And if nobody has a prayer work story, then I will encourage you to do a little more prayer this week because there's probably something that you'd like to have in your experience. There's probably something that's been, there we go. I talked somebody into it. Go ahead, Robin.
Okay. Thanks, Reverend Bill. Hi, everyone. Over the last year and a half, I've had a challenging person in my life, and it was a very exhausting experience. However, last week it was an amazing day because this person has moved along, and it was an immense feeling of gratitude and joy to have that weight lifted. And it was an answer to many, many prayers and a lot of contemplation, and things worked out for the best. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anybody else? A story to share? I have a bunch, but you get to hear about mine all the time, and you will later during the talk. So right now, oh my gosh, where's my kazoo? Anybody who's got a kazoo, we're going to herald in the announcements. Here it is. Here's Jane with the announcements.
Good morning. This memorable information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org.
Jane, we're not hearing you either. Such a mystery.
Yeah, we are. We were hearing Jane.
Oh, maybe we were. Maybe it's sorry, we were hearing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, my speaker turned off. I thought it was you. It wasn't you, it was me.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start again. This memorable information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org. Please sign up for the weekly e-newsletter so we can keep in touch. Spiritual cross training is transformation in head, heart, and hand in an hour on Zoom on 4 Tuesday evenings, May 26th through June 16. Please sign up on Meetup or email Reverend Bill. Sunday, June 14th is Bring a Friend Sunday. Please invite friends and family who could resonate with our message of love and inclusion to join us online or at Falzer. We'll be welcoming new members to New Thought Philly on Sunday, June 28th. If you're interested in joining your energy and intention to our community, please contact Reverend Bill. Our practitioners in training are serving as interns in the final term of their professional training. They're offering full sessions, including spiritual guidance, support, and practical prayer at no charge. Contact one of them directly or get in touch with Joe for your perfect referral. Reverend Bill is posting the daily spark from his new book every day on Substack. Subscribe. We host a dozen online meditations every week. Drop by for 15 minutes of inspiration on Zoom. They're also on Insight Timer Live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Sandy and Karen lead the Power of 8 Intention Circle every Monday evening from 6:30 to 7 to help bring new experience into the lives of the group members. There are now well over 2,900 spiritual adventurers in our group on meetup.com. Get your midweek adventure on and meet some new folks at one of the daily meditations. Follow New Thought Philly on Instagram, Facebook, Insight Timer, and YouTube. Your support means a lot. Please support New Thought Philly and those who feed us with a tax-deductible donation by Zelle, Cash App, check, PayPal, Venmo, credit, or debit card. We are a tithing community. With 10% of our income, it's donated to the people and organizations that keep us spiritually filled. And thank you to the team that makes these celebrations work. We get together ahead of time to get things in order and have some fun. Email the volunteer coordinator to join the joy. Next Sunday is online with a 5th Sunday healing celebration. Reverend Bill and the practitioners lead us in a deep and profound process through which we will all gain greater insight into our connection with spirit. Live music by Susan Catania. The practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration today, Joe is available for a quick transformational miracle in a minute prayer. Stick around in the Zoom meeting after the celebration for casual conversation.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you. And welcome, everybody. I'm looking around the group here, and I think I know everybody. So we are going to greet ourselves and welcome ourselves and love ourselves. So what I would like you to do is take your right hand and put it underneath your left arm, in your armpit, nice, snuggled up, nice and tight there. And then take your left hand and put it on your right shoulder, and just give yourself a little hug. This is the way that you can feel that love physically, even if there's not somebody nearby to help you with the hugging. And as you do that, I will remind you that you are the bright light of God's love, and we are all so grateful to have you sharing your love and shining your light with us today. Welcome. So Benjamin is going to play another song for us. He's going to have to move his hands. You can keep him there if you want, but in any case, make eye contact with the folks we're in community with, and feel the love that you are, that we're in the presence of.
She lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious?
beautiful. Thank you, Benjamin. Wow. Just delightful. That's what I'm gonna have to say is delightful right there. So our theme today is Oneness 101. And we're going to light the flames of faith. And Scopi is going to lead us in reading the flames of faith. And as we light 9 different flames, it's not 9 different pieces of truth. It's 9 different ways of looking at one truth. So if you haven't thought of it that way before, go ahead and hear the flames of faith from a fresh perspective today. Scopi?
Good morning, everyone. Take a breath. We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle, or the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the earth-based traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. Thank you, Scopi. And the reading today is going to be shared with us by Nia, and it was chosen by Jesus from page 246 of my book, Daily Spark, which originated as a God call many, many moons ago. So the universe is curving back on itself at this point, but we'll go with it.
Right, good morning. The reading is called Eggs. I'm thinking about you and eggs. When I think about eggs, I think about the inside of the egg and not usually about the shell of the egg. When I think about you, I don't think about your shell. I don't think about the hard exterior you sometimes show to others. I don't think of the layer you use to protect yourself from time to time. I think of that delicious, delightful truth that's within, the glorious goodness that you are right now and always. Let the love that's the truth of who you are be available and visible to everyone.
isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possession. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Benjamin. That's awesome. The talk today is called Oneness 101, and this is was inspired by the practitioner class because we're doing a module on teaching a class or a workshop, and so the group was getting together to like what's the workshop they want to do, and they wanted to do a workshop on oneness. And so as they're talking about all this in front of me, I thought about Oneness 101 because it's the basic introduction to oneness, which is what the teaching is about. Our teaching is about oneness. This is the entire basis of the New Thought teaching. There is one. There is only one. And I didn't steal it because it's going to take them a while to put the workshop together and promote it and get it out there. And this was only a week or two ago. So I'm going to pregame it a little bit for you guys. So the reason that we say that this is a teaching of oneness is because that's the foundational notion. And we basically trace the teaching back to Ralph Waldo Emerson. He was a Unitarian minister in the Boston area and got involved in transcendentalism. And then he had to leave his Unitarian church job because he no longer believed in the Trinity, which is the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, the separation. And he insisted there is only one. There is only one, 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 one. And the entire New Thought teaching has grown out of that. Other people over the years have taken that idea and then run with it to prove that healing prayer, mental healing actually works, to put some legs on this about turning it into a full-fledged philosophy that we can talk about. But the basis of the New Thought teaching is oneness. There is only one. We are part of one infinite creative presence. And that's not always obvious. It is not always apparent to us that we are part of one divine presence, that we are just aspects of it, and that everything that we're encountering in the world is that same divine essence just taking different form. We are not just connected, we are part of the same one. So there's some apparent separation. Our senses tell us that I'm in here and the world is out there. It tells us, based on limited lifespan, that there was something before this life started, there's something after this life concludes. And that is a separation because I'm only here for this, from this perspective, looking at it in this particular way. And in that way, it's really easy to get away from the idea of oneness and say that we're all separate. We're all on our own paths. We're all having our own experiences. It's all different. And there are a couple of ways to understand that even though we appear to be so completely separate and independent individual, and we celebrate that, we celebrate our individuality, there are some ways that we can understand the connection that we have. So I'm going to do one that's going to start out by seeming like a physical exercise and activity, but it'll turn intellectual pretty quickly. What I'd like you to do is take a deep, full breath. Let yourself be completely filled, hold. Wait until that breath starts to feel a little bit stale. And then a deep breath out, let it go. Feel the difference as you're breathing in and breathing out. Take another deep breath in, let yourself be filled again. And again, when it starts to feel a little bit stale, let it go, breathe out. And after that need to breathe comes along, breathing out feels really good, even though breathing in felt really good as well. Now, those seem to be separate things, but you can't take two inhales in a row. You need to do an exhale in between them. This is where we're going to get a little bit intellectual there. When you have a full breath of air and it starts to feel stale, it's because some of the oxygen in that breath has been consumed and you need to take another breath to get more oxygen. So some people think of oxygen and air as being interchangeable, but they're not. They are not. Oxygen is less than 20% of what's in the air that we're breathing. Most of the air that we're breathing, 80%, is nitrogen, which our body doesn't particularly need for anything breath-wise. It's sort of a filler for our breathing purposes. There are other reasons that we need nitrogen. And then there's almost 1% that's trace gases. And most of that is a gas called argon. And you probably haven't been thinking about argon a lot lately. And that's completely reasonable because sometimes we talk about nitrogen. We know that we need oxygen, but who the heck thinks about argon? And why is Reverend Bill talking about argon? What is the importance of the argon that's in the breath that I'm taking? And how is he possibly going to tie this back into oneness? Because this is Oneness 101 that we're talking about. Well, the reason is that argon is almost completely inert. It does not interact with anything. It is a very, very stable gas. So when it comes into being, it doesn't change. And when somebody is using argon for an industrial purpose, the way that they get the argon is they distill it out of air because there's 1% argon in the air and they just use a fractional distillation and get a tank that's purely argon by taking the oxygen and the nitrogen and moving it elsewhere. Well, I hear you say, why didn't we just make argon? It turns out that there's only one way to make argon. Bear with me. And that is the decay, the radioactive decay of potassium. And do you know how long it takes for the for the potassium to decay? For the decay to happen, the half-life for half of the potassium to turn into argon takes 1.25 billion years. So there's the potassium. And over 1 billion years later, half of it has turned into argon. So all of the argon that exists on our planet took part in that process, which is not a quick thing. So the argon that's in that breath that you're breathing, almost a full percent of what you're breathing in, has been around for an awfully long time. When I breathe in, I'm filled with everything that's coming in. I use some of the oxygen. I don't use any of the nitrogen. I let that breath go. A little tiny bit of it is turned into carbon dioxide. And the rest is argon. The argon comes in, the argon goes out. Somebody else breathes in, it's the same argon going in and out. And that's been going on since the beginning of time. We have all been breathing the same argon throughout all of human history. Recorded human history goes back maybe 5,000 or 6,000 years. That's not enough time to make any argon. All the argon that's here now was here then. The air that you're breathing has that same argon that people in biblical times were breathing, that the people who discovered the New World were breathing, that the people who were involved in the Renaissance were breathing, that the people who signed the Declaration of Independence were breathing. It is exactly the same argon. It has not changed at all. Take another deep breath in, be filled completely. You are part of that one. And breathe it out, let it go. Let that awareness of argon be a reminder that even though it's not obvious, even though it's not something that's top of mind, we are all part of that one infinite creative power. We all are connected. And we're all expressing the divine in our own way. When I teach people about practical prayer, we start by talking about creation stories. And it's not because you need to believe my creation story. It's because when we understand our own creation story, we get a perspective on how it is we think the world works. Some people love the creation story of the Big Bang, very scientific. There was an incredibly dense singularity, and then for some reason it began expanding and exploding and evolving. Huge release of energy that over millions of years started to turn into matter, and then over billions of years has evolved, and stellar reactions have created the other elements that have then formed and coalesced into things like our planet and evolved into things like our life. And I like that creation story because it's scientific and we keep on coming up with more and more evidence about it. And the reason it relates to oneness is because we all share the Big Bang. Everything that exists in the universe came from the Big Bang. That includes me and you and all of our activities and all our experiences and everything that happens on this planet and everything that happens in this galaxy and everything that happens in this universe is all that one taking its own specific form. If you like a different creation story, there's the ones that are in the Bible. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. The Word was with God. That's a creation story about creating with the Word, using the Word to create something. A little earlier in the Bible, right there at the beginning. In the beginning, there was darkness and void. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. And that's another explanation of, I think, the same creation story, that there's one infinite intelligence, one divine presence. And it said, let there be. And that's the creative process that creates everything. And that's the same creative process that continues to create. That's the creative process that we put to work, that we put to use when we're doing a practical prayer. We identify that there is that one, we're part of that one, and the word that we speak is spoken with the same authority as the word that was with God. And other religions and other spiritual traditions have their own stories. And they're all telling, in many ways, the same story from a different perspective. The Navajo, Native Americans, say the first people emerged through a series of underworlds, each one destroyed by a flood or a conflict until they climbed into the present glittering world. It's another way of understanding or explaining evolution, about that, combining that, going from that creation state of pure energy into something that's understandable. Here's one that Dina is not going to like at all. It's Egyptian. It varies from the city to city, but the common version is that the god Actun emerged from the primordial waters of Nun and created the first gods by sneezing and spitting. So, okay. The Dogon in Mali said the supreme god Amma created the world from a cosmic egg that split into twin pairs, setting the pattern of duality that underlies all experience. I love that we all can have a different creation story. I especially love that they all tend to be the same story told from a different perspective. They tend to be stories of order emerging from chaos. They tend to be an infinite creative power doing something and bringing us and everything around us into existence. The Maori say in the beginning, Ranjanu, the Sky Father, and I'm not going to pronounce the Earth Mother's name, lay locked in a tight embrace. Their children, trapped in darkness between them, eventually forced them apart, creating light and the world as we know it. By forcing the Sky Father and the Earth Mother apart, which leaves a space and also probably was not that pleasant for the Sky Father and Earth Mother. So, regardless of what our creation story is, we can look at it and use it as a way of understanding the same thing we understand when we're breathing in and experiencing the argon. Ernest Holmes said there's a power greater than you are, and you can use it. There's a power in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. And I go further by saying that you are using it all the time. And since I love taking scripture verse and only reading part of it, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten. And that's John 3:16, the New Testament. And then the next word is son, and then it talks about the son some more, and that you need to have faith that you're going to get all the goodies. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten. There's only one. We are all the begotten. You are the begotten. And regardless of what other creation stories you like to tell, you're part of that begotten. So as we get into our relationship with the divine, as we are aware of our oneness, we use some language to describe it. Used to have a neighbor who's a cop, and I said, talked to him on some Sunday morning. I said, "What'd you do at work yesterday?" He says, "I just chase bad guys." That's so foreign to my way of thinking, but it occurred to me that that's the way he approaches life, and he perceives himself to be a good guy. And in order for him to continue in his work as a cop, one of the things that they need to have in supply of some variety is the bad guys. They need somebody to chase. So you can say that this is good and this is bad, but that's a job. And you look at what's going on in the news today, and you love to say, oh, this is a battle between good and evil, the good guys and the bad guys. And I look at the country that I'm part of, and then I start wondering, where are the good guys here? I look at the other people who have traditionally been good guys and the other ones who have historically been bad guys, and the story is changing. The roles and identities are shifting. And I can be really alarmed by that and say, oh my gosh, what's happening? And I can use it to remind myself of the oneness. The difference between somebody who thinks of themselves as a good guy and the world out there as a bad guy, and the tables being turned and the person realizing that they've been doing something that has not been helpful. So we were talking about last week with unintended consequences. It's a matter of perspective. And by being aware of who we are, of being aware that we are at choice in who we want to be, we get to allow our expression of the one to come into alignment with the way that we would like that to be expressed in the world. In other words, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? You are a divine expression of God's infinite love expressing in a way that is uniquely you. Now what? How do you want that to look? How do you want that to feel? What do you want people to say about you when they're talking either behind your back or when they're presenting you some retirement award? Who do you want to be? What do you want the story about you to be? Had that great experience recently. The astronauts made a trip to the moon, and the first one since the 1970s. And they reported the same thing that everybody who's been in lunar orbit has reported, is the amazing feeling of oneness that they had with all of humanity. Because getting 250,000 miles away puts all of this in great perspective. And I'm going to play a video now. In 1990, as the Voyager 1, the basically the space probe was going out to the outer reaches of the solar system. Had been traveling for a good long time. Carl Sagan, the astronomer, physicist, and philosopher, as far as I'm concerned, told the folks at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, turn the camera around So instead of looking at space, we could look back at ourselves. And the picture that they got is what's called the pale blue dot. And Carl Sagan wrote a story about the pale blue dot, and somebody's turned it into a video. And so I'm going to share that with you now.
That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors, so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds. Our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe are challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit? Yes. Settle? Not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand. It has been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
Gonna change the order of the repertoire. one question I really love to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who has hurt all mankind to save their own belief? Come on now. One love, one heart saying, let's get together and feel alright. Believe it now. One love, what about your honor? One heart, what about let's get together and feel alright? You give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together to fight this whole religion. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. Well, there ain't no hiding place for the Father of creation. Now everybody here, one love, one heart. Yeah, now say, let's get together and feel alright. Come on now. You one love for honey, one heart, one love. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Now saying, let's get together and feel alright.
Thank you, Benjamin, for that one love. It's only one. Thank you, Reverend Bill, for that reminder of the oneness. Sometimes we forget the things that happen in life, in our journey here on earth. Seeing a lot of duality. We're seeing the opposite of what that oneness that is within us speak to us about. Because that's our gift, to listen to that voice within us, even though we hear that outside noise. And what we see with our human eyes is going to be quite impossible to see God, because the human eye only see effects. But the I am within us knows God intimately. That's what some people call it the third eye. Others call it intuition, the sixth sense. Whatever we want to call it, we want to cultivate it. Cultivate that one. Our highest weapon, if we're going to call it a weapon, is prayer and meditation. And what we're doing here in this precious, sacred morning, that's part of our journey. So I invite you. You want to close your eyes, you could, or you already did. But take that organ breath. Take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs and be inspired by the one power. And as you breathe out, you surrender. You let go. See, we use the word surrender. That word, we could use it in many ways. And it could be misunderstood or misunderstood when we use it in meditation. But in reality, it's to be aligned with that presence, with that divine potential that is within us. I like that verse in Deuteronomy 6, 4, and 5. That's one of the biggest verses in Judaism. They call it a Shema. I'm going to change the word from Israel to new thought. I'm going to say, hear, O new thought. The Lord our God is one. And love him with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. It's that oneness that the mind cannot interpret or knows. Speaking about that, the human mind. But deep in your soul, in the inner core, in the center of your being, you know him as one. The spirit. See, we can't reach God with our carnal mind. Reach God with the spirit. Because God is spirit. And those that worship him will worship him in spirit and truth. And that truth is infinite. We're not reaching a destination or predestination. We're in a journey, eternal journey. When we are open and receptive and know the awareness of that divine potential within us, that's the beginning of wisdom and truth. You see, being still as we're doing here now and know that eternal presence within us, so search is over. Because we know how to get still and receive answers, receive clarity, receive that peace, that love, that joy, that harmony, that wisdom, that freedom, understanding, compassion. See, compassion and kindness, that's the language that the blind could see and the deaf could hear. So sometimes it's not much what we say, it's what we do. See, that's like prayer. Prayer is praying and moving and doing also. See, that's part of our God-like nature and our human nature. It's one and the same. The Spirit of God and the body of God. The oneness. So as we breathe in one more time, fill those lungs and be inspired. One more time by that oneness. And as you let it go, relax. Relax in those everlasting arms, the Most Highest, where we live and move and have our being. that eternal presence that always go before us, making the crooked way straight. That oneness that Brad was speaking about. From the inner soul of his soul. Bringing that word, sharing not only information, but that transformation. That's the essential. We are transformed from glory to glory, from victory to victory. That's the law of revolution that God operates with, the law of unfoldment, that we are subject to it, not through limitations, but it's a pathway that takes us to a greater and greater expression of truth and beauty.
In the words of Ernest Holmes, we belong to the universe in which we live. A power greater than us has put us here. Spirit wanted and needed each one of us, or else we wouldn't be here. You can't hide or fight it. Flow with it. Flow with that one love, that one heart, that one pale blue dot. Immerse yourself in it. Allow that flow to direct you. It knows the way. For all that we have taken in here today, I'm grateful. For all we've shared, I'm grateful. I allow it and I accept it. I claim it for each one here. So I can release that word, and so it is. Take a breath. Move around a little bit. Shrug your shoulders. When you're ready, open your eyes. Come back to celebration as Benjamin plays another song.
she's walking through the clouds. That she's running and wild. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams and fairy tales. That's all she ever think about. Riding with the wind. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles that she gives to me free. It's alright, she said. Baby, take anything you want from me. Anything, yeah.
You got lost in that one. Thank you, Benjamin. So, a lot of thoughts, points to ponder. So, if you have something you'd like to give voice to, something you'd like to share, go ahead and raise your hand and get a chance to bring it into the world. Jesus.
Well, the one been working wonders because that music from Benjamin, it, it put my heart like a little upside down. So thank you, Benjamin. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. And thank you, Joe. And thank you, everybody who's making this happen. Anybody else? A comment, an observation, a thought? A curiosity about how Reverend Bill stole this from the practitioner class? In that case, I will invite Jane to lead us in the. Oh, go ahead, Chrissy.
Oh, I just said thank you. Thank everyone. It was beautiful. And I'm so glad you shared that video. I have not seen that video before, and I will watch it many times now. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Christy. And by the way, quick shout out, Christy is leading the spiritual cross training. The workshop starts this Tuesday, right? So if you are on the meetup, you can register for it on the meetup, and that's where you get the Zoom link. Or if you can't figure out how to use meetup, then just get a hold of me and I will give you the Zoom link because I can. And now Jane will lead us in the offering.
Okay. New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps fund the work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by Zelle, credit card, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on the screen. Let's unmute and we'll say the affirmation together. I live in an abundant universe.
In an abundant
I am
universe.
One with the infinite source of all
One with the infinite
good.
source of all
And the
good.
center of
I am the
prosperity.
center
Conscious prosperity.
Joy, the richness of life.
Joy, the richness of
Joy,
life.
the richness of life.
I share my
my
gifts.
gift.
I bless my
I
gift.
share my gift.
Share my
As
gift.
I give
Gratitude.
to the joy.
Right.
Joy.
And I know that as I
As I give,
I
I
do
do
receive.
receive.
so it
And
is.
And so it is. Wow, that was especially cacophonous today. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jane. And please, Benjamin, one more for us.
Sure. Thank you very much, everybody. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I woke up to the sound of music, and Mother Mary comes to me. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be.
Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, everybody,
You.
for being here today. Thank you for making this such a wonderful celebration and a memorable Memorial Day weekend Sunday. Let us close with another cacophony. So go ahead and unmute and repeat after me. There is one.
There
There is
One.
I am one with the one.
I
am
One
one
with the
one.
one.
One with the one.
Love is here.
Love
Love
is
is
Love
here.
is
Love is
here.
here.
Love is now.
Love is
Love is
now.
Love
Now.
is now.
And I let it flow.
And
And
I
I
let
let
it
it
I
flow.
let it flow.
And so it is.
And
And
so it
so it
is.
is.
So it is.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Rev. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I'll
Jesus.
see
Thank
y'all
you,
later
everyone.
on.
Benjamin, you're amazing.
Yep.
Yes.
Amazing.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. It was wonderful.
Great, Benjamin.
Love the talk, the meditation too.
Put me in a trance, Benjamin, and beautiful.
Thank you very much.
You guys are in the Philly area. Stay dry this weekend.
Have an amazing week, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you, Karen.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye
See you
bye.
soon.
What to say? Come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here.